What is going on, guys? Dave from Wake Up It's Football, bringing you guys another draft breakdown today. It is Eric Ebron, the tight end out of North Carolina. Remember, a lot of draft stock shifts and changes in the next 4 months, so keep that in mind when watching this video. But let's get right into this one. Again, Eric Ebron, tight end out of North Carolina, 6'4", 245 pounds, has a nice frame for the position. Now some collegiate stats: 112 receptions, 1,805 yards, 8 touchdowns, and a 16.1 yards per reception average. That is across a span of 3 seasons there. A couple of things you might want to know about Eric Ebron: he's a 2013 first-team ESPN All-American, as well as a 2013 first-team All-ACC player. Some pros and cons to Eric Ebron. First of all, his versatility. Eric Ebron is both a player who can line up with his hand in the dirt, and he can line up as a wide receiver, usually in the slot. When you see him play as a wide receiver, he is definitely a vertical threat. Whether he lines up close towards the offensive line, he lines up a little bit tighter, or he lines up in the slot, he's going to be a guy who's going to play in the middle of the field without being afraid to get hit. And he's a player who can create some separation while he does it. So he's definitely a player to watch out for. He's a player who could be one of those tight ends in the next couple of seasons in the NFL, who will cause a lot of mismatches, who will cause a lot of defenses to prepare for him, just because the way he can carry himself with the size that he is at 6'4", with the weight that he is at 245, but how fast and how quick he can still be at the position. So I like Eric Ebron in that aspect. Now, as you can see there in blocking, you see pro and con right next to the blocking aspect of his game. First of all, he's a willing blocker. He's gonna be willing to block for his teammates. He's gonna be willing to block, especially in the run department. But his con when it comes to blocking is he gets beat sometimes. And usually when he gets beat, you'll see the guy that was supposed to be blocked tackle the running back or tackle the quarterback, and that was Eric Ebron's man. So in that aspect, Eric Ebron needs to work on how to maintain his block. But all in all, he's a guy who's willing to block. He's a guy who's willing to fight for his team. So in that respect, it's a pro. Again, he'll get beat sometimes. So in that respect, it's a con. Another con is his route running. It's definitely getting better. It's not something that's terrible. It's not something that's bad, but it's something that's definitely developing for Eric Ebron. He's becoming a better route runner, especially from his second to third season. So I think Eric Ebron overall as a prospect is definitely a first-round talent. I think he's going to be a guy who's going to bring a lot of big playability to the team that drafts him. Now, as you see there in the first round, I have him projected from 16 to 32. Usually you don't see tight ends drafted in the first 15 picks unless they're absolutely studs, absolutely going to be the next biggest, baddest tight end. But definitely 16 to 32. And in the range, the hot spot for Eric Ebron, I'm telling you guys right now, is going to be that 18 to 20 range, where you see the Jets, Dolphins, and Arizona Cardinals drafting. They all, 3 teams in my opinion, need tight ends. Green Bay, if they lose their playoff game this weekend against the Niners, they'll be drafting 21st. So from 18 to 21, there could be that hot spot for Eric Ebron, because I think all 4 teams could need a tight end. For the Packers, in their case, Jermichael Finley, I don't think is going to be there next season. Coming off a neck injury, Ted Thompson does not like to mess around with those kinds of injuries. So I think they're going to need a tight end. Look out for Ebron to go to those 4 teams. Let me know what you guys think. Throw your comments, questions, concerns down below regarding Eric Ebron. But again, that's all I got for you guys today. I'm out.